Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the scenes to make a school work? I mean, really work. Today, we're doing a deep dive. We've got this set of learner's notes here, and they lay out some core challenges. The big problems school leaders and administrators face. Our mission: to pull out the key insights so you can quickly get a handle on these foundational issues in school management. We want to go beyond just, surface level stuff. And right off the bat, one of the biggest hurdles, something that can really trip up even the best intentions is, well, it's about the rules themselves.
Yeah, unclear, inconsistent policies. The notes point out how this leads straight to, ineffective decision-making and inconsistent application, too, which, causes confusion, frustration.
Oh, definitely. And unequal treatment. That's a big one.
Right. And ultimately, a lack of trust among staff, students, everyone. It's not just about rules, is it? It hits fairness, predictability. Exactly. And what's fascinating here is how something seemingly administrative, like a vague policy, can just ripple out. It really affects the core fairness and consistency of the whole school environment. It makes you ask, how can a system build trust if its rules are constantly shifting or open to interpretation?
That's a really good point, if the foundation is shaky.
Yeah, and that vagueness, sometimes it's not even accidental. It might signal a deeper conflict about the school's mission, showing up as mixed messages on paper. Leaves everyone guessing.
Which erodes morale over time, I imagine.
Severely. Makes it almost impossible to feel unified.
Okay, so that ripple effect from unclear policies, it highlights trust. Which also connects to the next big challenge, doesn't it? Scarce resources, always a tough one.
Always. A common and significant challenge, as notes say.
And they detail specific impacts, like inadequate funding, stopping schools from buying materials, maintaining buildings.
Or even offering extracurriculars. Those often go first.
Yeah. And then there's overcrowded classrooms, makes individual attention so difficult.
Almost impossible in some cases.
And limited facilities, libraries, science labs restricting how effective learning can be. The notes even mention furniture.
Furniture? Really?
Yeah. Apparently inflexible furniture makes flexible, modern teaching approaches pretty much impossible. Kind of traps teachers.
Wow. So, if you connect this to the bigger picture, resource scarcity isn't just about the budget numbers, is it? It directly hits the physical learning space, the quality of interaction between teachers and students.
Right.
It's really about the school's tangible ability to provide a comprehensive education. Or maybe it's inability.
The inability, exactly. Which, speaking of quality, leads us straight into the next area: teacher motivation and qualifications.
Ah, yes. Crucial.
The notes talk about low motivation, often because of poor conditions of service. So low salaries, yes, but also
lack of professional development, difficult work environment.
Exactly. Lack of opportunities, tough environment. Think outdated tech, poor staff facilities, too much admin work.
Stuff that pulls them away from actually teaching.
Right. And then there's the other side: insufficient qualifications. Some teachers might not have the training or the subject knowledge needed.
Which obviously impacts the students directly.
For sure.
And this raises a really important question, I think. If the quality of education is so tied to the quality of teachers, then tackling these issues isn't just about staff welfare, is it? It's fundamental to learning outcomes for every single student.
Absolutely. What's the real cost when you underinvest in your teachers?
The long-term cost, yeah. Think about teacher turnover. The expense there goes way beyond just recruitment ads.
Okay, so that brings us to the final key challenge mentioned in these notes. Often feels like maybe the root of some of these others.
Which is?
Lack of strategic planning.
The big picture view. Or lack thereof.
Yeah, the notes say this leads to reactive management. Leaders just, putting out fires constantly.
Responding to crises rather than preventing them.
Right, instead of proactively solving things. And the result? Stagnant outcomes. Because there's just no roadmap for growth or development. So what does this actually mean on the ground?
Well, what's fascinating, or maybe worrying here, is that without that clear long-term plan, schools can just get stuck. They end up repeating the same issues year after year, kind of like a cycle.
Yeah, I can see that.
They fail to systematically work towards better outcomes because there's no shared vision, no agreed upon direction for where the school is actually going. It's about having that foresight.
Like you said, not just putting out fires.
Exactly. Not just playing whack-a-mole with the budget each year.
So quite a deep dive there. We've looked at unclear policies eroding trust, scarce resources limiting potential,
teacher motivation issues impacting quality,
and the lack of strategic planning keeping schools stuck. These aren't separate boxes, they're all interconnected, right?
Whooply, forming a complex web.
And it affects the whole school community, the learning experience for you, for everyone involved.
Absolutely. Which leads me to a final thought, perhaps for you listening. Knowing these foundational challenges, the policies, the resources, the people, the planning, what do you think is the single most impactful change, maybe even an unexpected one, that could start to address these issues in your local school community? And how might that one change create a positive ripple effect?